Hello everybody, my name is Christopher Cole, and because I'm recording this in April of 2017, I am the first Vice Chair of the Pima County Libertarian Party. Today, I'd like to read something. This is not my writing, this is somebody else's writing. This was originally published in the Fayette Tribune on February 27th, 2017, and the author is Thomas L. Knapp. I am reading an excerpt that was published in the Liberty Pledge, the March 2017 issue. If you want the whole article, I suggest you hunt up the Fayette Tribune. I'm sure they have it on their website. In every election cycle, third parties shell out big bucks just to be allowed to present their candidates to voters. According to Nicholas J. Sarwark, chair of the Libertarian Party's National Committee, the party, its state affiliates, and the presidential campaign spent more than $750,000 on ballot access. That is, on jumping through bureaucratic hoops instead of getting its message out in 2016. It shouldn't be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And it wasn't always that way. Some histories of the Civil War era mention that Abraham Lincoln was not even on the ballot in several southern states. That's true. None of the other presidential candidates were on the ballot either. Nor was Lincoln on the ballot in the northern states. There was no such thing as on the ballot. American ballot access laws only date back to the 1880s. Before that, voters cast ballots in one of three ways. They received ballots from and printed by their political parties of choice. They wrote out their own ballots by hand, or, if they couldn't write, they dictated their choices to election officials who wrote down those choices for them in the presence of witnesses. Once state governments overthrew those methods in favor of Australian ballots, standardized ballots printed by the government themselves, the next step was feigned concern over voter confusion from too many candidates, quickly followed by the erection of barriers to solve the problem. These days, ballot access laws are so many, so varied, and so confusing that there's an entire industry centered around helping parties and candidates interpret and meet the guidelines. There's even a publication, Ballot Access News, dedicated to sorting out ballot access laws on a continuing basis. And once again, it's important to keep in mind the real purpose of these laws to ensure that, with rare exceptions, only Republicans and Democrats are elected to public office. Or, to put it more plainly, to protect those parties from the risks of free and fair elections. The states and the establishment parties have proven, over and over, that they cannot be trusted with control of ballot access. Time to take that control away. I think Mr. Knapp makes a very good case. Ballot access laws, to keep you from being confused, are basically saying that you are too stupid to understand choices. Or rather, maybe it's best that your betters choose who you can vote for. Please note that in a lot of ways, the Democrats and the Republicans are very similar. Both favor big government, They just favor slightly different forms of big government. Neither stands up for you. But the ballot access laws make sure you have a very hard time voting for anybody else. I am old enough to remember when John Anderson was trying to run as an independent for president. The Doonesbury cartoon ran some cartoons on this. This was back when Doonesbury was actually good. Talking about all of the different voter blocks that Mr. Anderson had to have certain numbers of in order to get his name on the ballot. Now, I don't remember the exact numbers and so forth and so on, but one of the panels of the cartoon, you know, the election official had run through all of these, and I think it was Zonker Harris, or maybe it was Doonesbury himself, who said, "Oh yeah, we can do that." And then the election official says, "Oh, did I mention you also need to get so many left-handed plumbers?" Or something of that sort. Ballot access laws, like I said, treat you like you're too stupid to make choices, real choices. That you're so stupid you'll be confused by candidates that actually put forth solutions and cogent arguments on the positions. Remember the 2016 general election? Clinton and Trump? Was there ever any serious discussion of issues in that campaign? I think it was all mudslinging, because they could get away with it. They didn't have to tell you anything more than surface, simplistic solutions, because they were never challenged. And look what we got. Notice my shirt. We the people means everyone. Everyone, not just the political cronies. The ballot access laws limit your choices to political cronies. Remember, unless you honestly look at both sides of an issue, you don't have an opinion. You're a parrot. Thank you.